One of the biggest lies told about women nowadays is that women are responsible for choosing the bad partners. Like, what? How can you blame a woman? And this is, by the way, so patriarchal, to blame a woman in any situation. But how can you blame a woman for choosing the partner who seemed kind, right to her, who was treating her the way she wanted to, who was listening to her, respecting her opinions in the beginning? And only then, when they were already in the relationship, or God forbid, were married already, or have kids, only then it turned out that he was actually lying about many things, or he was pretending, or created this whole new personality just to get into the woman's pants and get her locked in. Like, this happens so often nowadays. And I don't understand how women themselves still blame themselves for choosing the wrong partner, and then going to therapy, going to courses, trying to understand what's wrong with her, instead of just saying, yes, this guy fucked this up, and he's the problem. And I just should have respected myself from the very beginning, from the very first sign that I saw that it wasn't right. I should have just left and not tolerated. But that's the thing, many women are told from the very young age to be kind, to be understanding, to be supportive, to overlook many things, to stay silent. I like and support feminism so much, because it actually teaches women to respect themselves more and not to overlook this kind of behavior. That's kind of behavior when you overlook, when you forgive all the time, when you say, oh, that wasn't so serious, so like, that's not too bad, because this kind of behavior leads you to the kind of miserable life together with a man that is just not worth it.
You're the common denominator. Maybe you need to start picking better men. That's what happens when you pick bad men, Sydney. Like, you should make better choices in your dating life. You should vet the men better. Here's the thing. Every single man I've ever dated comes from a good family. They have parents who are very involved in their lives and love them a lot and raised them well. And they had good childhoods. People be like, oh, it's mommy issues, it's daddy issues. They had good childhoods, okay? And then they grew up and they went to good colleges where they received a good education. And then they got a job out of college where they had a good job, but they have coworkers who love them. They have all these friends from college who love them, friends from their hometown who love them. Their families think they are the best people ever. They're always the golden retriever friend. The men that I date are smart. They are kind, they are well educated, they volunteer, they donate, they're charismatic, they're funny, they're witty, they have all of these great qualities. People will be like, they treated you like that, how could you love them? Because I'm watching them treat everyone else so well. And I even hear from other women they've dated how they're such good guys, they're so nice, they're just always there for them, like they're just the best guys ever, and they have great hobbies, and like we have similar morals and values and political values, and everything lines up where on paper, like, these are good men. Because I know that they have so many people in their lives who love and adore them, because to those people, they are really good people. To me, they're not. And like, that is what is so frustrating. And that is what makes me stay in relationships for so long, because I'm watching them be so incredible to everyone else in their lives. Like 90% of the time, I'm like, wow, they are such a good friend. Or like, oh my gosh, it's so nice that he's like donating his time, or he's volunteering here, he does this, or like they say these like super sweet, insightful, thoughtful things about other people. And I'm always like, oh my gosh, like that is just, they always have these little nuggets of wisdom, and it's just so sweet. And then behind closed doors, once they get me on the hook after about 6 or 7 months, boom, it's terrible. They're nasty. They're mean. They belittle me. They call me names. And I'm like, hey, let's go back to the beginning when you were being really fucking nice to me, and you were like not obsessively checking my location every single time I left the house, and you were like not calling me names, and you were not screaming in my face, and you were not accusing me of cheating on you constantly when I'm not doing anything wrong at all. Like, hello, what is going on? Like, let's go back to the time when you actually wanted to leave the house. Let's go back to the time when you didn't have these weird addiction issues. Like, what is going on? And they will completely switch up their personalities like 6 or 7 months in, once they know that I am like in love with them, and I'm willing to accept all of the little like red flags or flaws or whatever I'm overlooking it, because they are such good people. On paper, the men that I date are such good people. So when people tell me you need to be choosing better men, how? They say change your type. Am I supposed to go for someone who has nothing going for them on paper? Like, what am I supposed to do? Oh, well, you only go for men that you're attracted to. Have you ever met a man that wouldn't go for a woman he's attracted to? Yeah, obviously physical attraction matters, but they also have all these other great qualities. So when you tell me to pick better men, how am I supposed to do that when I'm already picking like the best men? I'm already choosing these men who on paper are the good men. Like, what am I supposed to change? I don't understand.
I've been seeing a guy for about a month now. We've been on 3 dates, and he has consistently been nothing but green flags. And I somehow still managed to wind up with some pretty uncontrollable anxiety after our 3rd date. But I'm actually really glad, and I'll tell you why. I decided to call him and tell him that I was just kind of like feeling a little anxious and overthinking something, and wanted to get his thoughts on it. It was running a risk, obviously, that like he was going to be on the other end like, you sound crazy, you are crazy, I want none of this, whatever. But instead it went really well. He listened, he told me what he thought, he told me how he was feeling, and essentially just like completely reassured me. No need to overthink the thing that I was overthinking. We're on the same page. He doesn't want me to worry. And he also was glad that I called.
This is what happens when you date a woman who has dated toxic men for so long and got ran through for many years. When a healthy relationship comes along, they can't handle it and start to self-sabotage. They feel so uncomfortable in healthy relationships, they start to push the relationship away because they are more drawn to unhealthy relationships. At some point, she will destroy this relationship because he will get tired of constantly reassuring her that everything is okay, or she will give in to her natural proclivity to get pumped and dumped by Chadrone. She will end up cheating. Always be careful of broken modern women.
Thanks for your advice.
She starts by saying it's not her fault. He was pretending, he deceived her, Oscar-level performance. Then 2 breaths later, she says, I should have left when I saw the signs. Okay, so which one is it? She is doing cognitive dissonance in real time, holding 2 opposite beliefs at once to protect her self-image. On one hand, she needs to be the innocent victim. On the other, she wants credit for being self-aware and empowered, so she blames him for choosing wrong and absolves herself for staying. That's paired with self-serving bias. When it goes bad, he's evil. When there were warning signs, they magically don't count until after the damage is done. Accountability gets edited out like a bad scene. Men should notice the pattern. When logic flips mid-sentence, it's not growth, it's emotional damage control.
She's damaged goods.
She says she chooses carefully. Everyone loves him. His co-workers praise him. His friends vouch for him. Even his exes are like, great guy, just wasn't a match. Then somehow, she is the only one who gets the monster version. At that point, the math isn't hard. If a man treats everyone well except one person, she didn't uncover his true self. She unlocked a new difficulty level. She drove him insane. She is the common denominator. Constant tests, moving goalposts, disrespect dressed up as standards, emotional whiplash called communication. A calm man can only stay calm for so long before patience turns into irritation. Good men don't wake up evil. They get dragged there. When the halo disappears only around her, it's not bad luck. It's behaviour.
Of course!
I am literally painstakingly single to the point where if I see an attractive man and he makes eye contact with me, I shit myself and I can't look at him. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm anxious or scared or not confident, but if an attractive man looks me dead in the eye, I just put my head down. I can't do it. It's weird, that, innit? I don't know if that's a thing. I don't know if other women are like more confident and like hold eye contact and stuff, but I absolutely cannot. If like someone's been looking at me for too long, I'm like, ugh, fucking scares the shit out of me. And I wonder why I'm single.
Nobody cares.
Real men of genius.